Hello and welcome to this short refresher video on how to use linear equations to solve geometry problems. So let's take a look at this problem. Here we have the length of a rectangle is 4 inches more than the width. If the perimeter is 48 inches, find the length and width. Hello and welcome to this quick refresher video on how to use linear equations to solve geometry problems. Now I've got a question here that we're going to work through. It says that the length of a rectangle is 4 inches more than its width. If the total perimeter is 48 inches, find the length and the width. So to do this, we've come up with a 5-step procedure that you should follow. Step number 1, you should draw a picture. Okay, let's do that. I've got a rectangle here, so I better draw a rectangle. There it is. It then says in step number 2 to label each side in the picture. Now this is interesting. They tell me that the length of the rectangle is 4 inches more than the width. So I'm going to let the width be x because I don't know what that is. And I don't know the length either, but I do know that it's 4 inches more than the width. So since x is the width, I would let the length be x plus 4 because it's 4 inches more. Cool. In step number 3, you need to find the geometric formula that it's asking you to use. In this problem, they asked us to find the perimeter. So you might have to go online, or I provided a formula sheet here for you as well, to find the perimeter of a rectangle. Now you're going to see it here. Here's a rectangle, and the perimeter is 2L plus 2W. I'm going to write that down. P equals 2L plus 2W. Great. In step number 4 of our procedures, it says to enter the sides from our picture into the formula. So let's see. Perimeter. They told me what the perimeter is. They said it's 48 inches. 2L is the length. Ooh. So the length is x plus 4. We're going to need to include that. Be aware when you plug a value in for a value, a variable, you do need to put parentheses. Plus 2 times the width. Now let's see, what's the width in my picture? Oh yeah, it's x. Good. Our last step then is to solve this equation. So we'll go ahead and solve it. I've got parentheses in my problem, so I'm going to need to distribute. I'll get 2x plus 8 plus 2x equals 48. Let's get my x's together. 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 8 equals 48. I'm going to minus the 8 over to both sides. That gets me 40 equals 4x. To get x by itself, I'm going to do the opposite of times by 4, so I'll divide by 4. And I find out that x equals 10. So to answer the question now, the length and the width, I'm going to take this 10 and plug it back in. So I know that x equals 10, so my width is 10, and my length would be 10 plus 4, which is 14. So following those 5 procedures is the best way to solve geometry questions when we're dealing with algebra. Let's go ahead and have you try a couple. So here are 2 problems for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready to resume and check your answer, unpause it, and we'll work through it together. Okay, so number 1 is a lot like the problem we did, the example problem. Let's give it a try. The length of a rectangle is 3 feet more than 2 times the width. If the perimeter is 54 feet, find the length and width. So let's follow our procedures. Step number 1 is to draw a picture. So I need a rectangle. Step number 2 is to label each side. Let's try to do that. The length of the rectangle is 3 feet more than 2 times the width. So I don't know what the width is, but I know that the length is 3 feet more than 2 times the width. So 3 feet more than 2 times the width. We could write that as 2x plus 3. I need to find the geometric formula. We're dealing with perimeter in this problem, so I'm going to use the same formula. P equals 2L plus 2W. Let's enter the sides into the formula. The perimeter is 54. The length is 2x plus 3. and the width is just x. Now we just got to solve. I'll distribute the 2 into the parentheses. I get 54 equals 4x plus 6 plus 2x. Let's combine our x's. I get 6x plus 6 equals 54. We'll minus 6 to both sides now, so we get 48 equals 6x. When I divide by 6, 48 divided by 6 comes out to be 8. So x equals 8. Now let's make sure we answer the question. We need to identify the length and the width. 8 is not the answer. So the width is 8 right here. And then to find the length, we're going to need to plug 8 into this x. So it'd be 2 times 8, which is 16, plus 3, and that's 19. You should probably label these as well. This problem is in feet, so our answer is 8 feet and 19 feet. Okay, let's try the second one now. It uses a different formula. I did give this formula to you on your sheet. Let's see if you use the right formula. It says one angle of a triangle is 30 degrees. The third angle is 20 degrees more than the second angle. Find the measurement of each angle. Okay, let's start with step number 1. Draw a picture. I need a triangle. There it is. It says one angle is 30 degrees. Oh, that's easy. I'm just going to write that in there. So again, we're labeling each side. In this case, we're labeling angles. They didn't give us any information about the side. We're doing angles. The third angle is 20 degrees more than the second. Okay, so we don't know what the second angle is. But they tell us that the third angle is 20 degrees more. So if this is my first, this is my second angle, and this is my third angle. And they say it's 20 degrees more than the second. So that would be x plus 20 degrees. Okay, cool. We've labeled all of the angles here in this picture. We now need to find a geometric formula. We're dealing with a triangle, so nope, not a rectangle. Nope, not a trapezoid. Oh, a triangle. This is perimeter. We're not doing perimeter. Area? No, we're not doing area. Ooh, this one. Look, when you have a triangle, all the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And we have angles. So this is the formula we need to use. A plus B plus C equals 180. And now let's enter the values into the formula. So my first angle is 30. My second one is x. And my third one is x plus 20. And that equals 180. Let's combine our like terms. Let's combine our x's. X plus x is 2x. And let's combine our numbers. Let's see, we've got 30 and 20. That's 50 equals 180. To solve for x, we need to undo the plus 50. So we're going to minus 50 to both sides. I get 2x equals 130. And to undo this times by 2, I'm going to have to divide by 2. So 130 divided by 2 is 65. X equals 65. Okay, let's go back and answer the question here. We need to find the measurement of each angle. So this one is 30. We already know that. This one, since x is 65, this one is 65. So that's my second one. Ooh, and this third angle is going to be x plus 20. So x is 65, and when we add 20 to that, it'd be 65 plus 20, which is 85. And those are the three angles. So again, those are your, that's the summary of this type of problem. You're going to draw a picture, label each of the values if it's sides or angles, then find a geometric formula. You might have to do an internet search. Sometimes they'll give it to you right in the problem, which is nice, or you might have a table that you'll use. Then enter the sides into the formula and solve the equation. Thanks for watching this refresher video.